Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm Silent Core and welcome yourselves to another Destiny video. So I'm going to be discussing the Bungie weekly update. It was just posted yesterday and they actually get posted really late every Friday for UK time, that is. I think it must come sort of late afternoon for US time, so for UK people you have to stay up super late to read this. And ideally I'd love to get a video up as soon as it's posted. However, you know, when you're just reading it so late, then you have to sort of record, plan a video, edit and upload. There's no way that would happen in one day, in one night, especially that late. So these are probably going to have to come on a Saturday, just the day after they're released. But before I actually talk about this one, I wanted to bring you guys to a weekly update that was posted 7 weeks ago. So this is the one that was posted on the 28th of February of this year. And there's a really interesting part here if I just scroll down slightly. So he talks about Luke Smith, who is a game designer within Bungie, and he talks about him coming over to his desk, and he said, "Can you feel it?" As suspicious as that sounds, he asked. "This is my favourite part." Also quite suspicious. "These next 8 weeks are where it all comes together." So I was looking at my calendar, trying to work out when 8 weeks from when this was posted is, and it's actually next Friday. And obviously there's going to be a weekly update on that day, and I'm highly certain it will either be the beta or a big announcement for the beta. And I think these 8 weeks are kind of like the last crunch time. You know, as a game studio, when you set a deadline for a beta being released, you have to put in a lot of crunch hours, a lot of overtime hours. And these are going to be their next 8 weeks that are probably totally hectic at Bungie Studios. And it kind of relates to what they've said in this weekly update. You know, they're talking about it being on track. He's talking about, I think there was a part where he talked about being really dreary-eyed, and you know, he said at the top here, right before the end of any enormous creative project, it hurts. Everyone's tired all the time. You forget what it's like to drive home while the sun is still up. So these guys are obviously putting in a lot of hours. They're doing a lot of overtime to make this happen. And it's really nice to see that they have written that it's on track. So hopefully we won't be looking at any sort of delays for the beta. So other than that, there's not actually a lot to pick up on in this weekly update. It's kind of like a really short one. It just talks about some press have been inside giving it a try, and they're going to be talking about it soon, which I think they might delay them till exactly next Friday to put up their articles, because it'll contain a lot of information on Destiny. And then if I go down again, there's no mail sack this week, and he just said, "We know what you're going to ask us. We wish you could make sense of what's going on. Sometimes saying nothing is the only right thing to do. Sometimes saying nothing is the hardest thing to do." And if you've been following Bungie religiously, you'll know that Marty O'Donnell was actually let go from Bungie. I did make a video about it. I'll put a link to it if you want to watch it. But I think there's a lot of questions about it, and personally I think people should just let it go. You know, if it's really only Bungie and Marty's business on why he's left, and people should really just respect their privacy. And I think it's a shame that we didn't get a mail sack this week, because there's so many people wanting to know what's happened and wanting to ask questions about it. But I really think people just shouldn't focus on that at all, and should just really focus on the Destiny beta, which is why we're all here in the first place. So it ends the weekly update by saying, "Every end is a new beginning, see you Starside," and it also included a really cool screenshot of Mars. I know it's Mars because I right clicked it and checked it, and it's also that kind of reddy colour, and it's also some sort of city development here, which looks pretty sweet. Now, if you guys didn't already know, the Destiny beta will actually be out for longer on the PS4 than the Xbox One, and PlayStation users will actually be getting earlier access than Xbox users. So if you guys have a PS4, you've got a great advantage over playing this first. I also just wanted to add at the end of this video, it obviously just is my speculation that the beta will be announced next Friday. Of course, nothing can be confirmed until Bungie says it is, but that's just sort of my speculation and what I saw from that announcement 8 weeks ago, that I can only really assume that it's going to be some sort of big announcement for the beta. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please take a second to leave a like, it really helps out the video and my channel. And be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with Destiny news and updates, and also follow me on Twitter, link below. Have a great weekend guys, and I'll see you in the next video.